Hey everyone, I'm back. I actually have some major updates because I've decided that I'll be going into the local businesses niche. And I've contemplated this for quite a while. And frankly, today is March 1st of, of 2023. So it is day 9 right now, I believe. And everything's been going pretty hectic. Especially right now, I'm almost in midterms week. But I've decided that I'll be going into local business because my mom has a local business, and I actually intend to use our business as a sort of like a test dummy to see how I integrate the pixel into like our website. How do I do this? How do I do that? Basically, using her as a test dummy. Uh, this would pretty much be like a free case study for me. I don't have to go through the pain of trying to acquire like a low ticket client. Of course, that is something that I will be eventually doing, but right now, just focusing on testing what works and how do I do it. So let's just get right into our Go High level and just I'll see you guys there. Hey, so we are in my Go High level. So our company is called Golden Feet. We are a massage clinic. I think I said that in the last video, and we basically supply deep tissue massage to local Vancouver fellows, I guess. And I had to message my mom because I really want to get the specific details. And the main thing that apparently I had to focus on is I asked her a bunch of questions, such as um how much revenue we're making. So she said around 70-80K a month, but we have like high expenses because of our mortgage, of the rent itself, not the rent, but the expenses in wages, in things such as oil, and like the laundry, all these things. There's a lot of expenses. Uh, so this is basically what I made. Did a lot of the I actually designed this more like a website than a funnel because she wanted, like, I can show you guys the old website. It's extremely run down and it looks pretty bad and not very professional. Last time I checked, there wasn't even an SSL certificate on this thing. And I decided to make not a funnel, but I will actually make sort of a part funnel, part website for my mom, because we don't want customers that, come in without any intent. We want customers to be very well informed of how we do things. So I just started with a basic big title, big landing page, basically. A little bit of like guru stuff, I would say, a lot of the ancient Chinese healing. And this is just for information, right? The funnel is meant to lose customers as you go down. That's how you're supposed to get leads that qualify and leads that are actually have in the right sort of space to essentially purchase your services. So this is pretty standard, just going down to services, all these things, acupressure, acupuncture, reflexology, all these things. And here is, I intended to actually integrate some sort of quiz, which I have actually made in this app, in the software called Involve Me. So we go down to customer testimonials. Here's testimonial 1, 2, and a bunch more to establish some credibility. And of course, some statistics, some gallery, FAQ, because after all, it is going to be a website. If I was to design a funnel, I don't think I'll be putting the gallery or the FAQ in here, but since she wants a website, I'm just going to go for it. And of course, the contact details. So how I kind of went about doing this is I kind of went into a mindset of how would the customer respond to an ad. Now I was thinking first is Facebook ads, right? That's mainly targeting towards cold traffic. So I actually made a Facebook page. Well, this is, please follow and like our page. But this is just a very standard Facebook page, and I actually intend to use my mother's account to have like an ad account to spend money and promote our businesses to cold traffic in Facebook. We intend to do cold traffic on Facebook mainly because we want to extend our reach. We want to get more leads. And Facebook seems to do an excellent job at finding audiences and finding audiences that don't know your business, that, unlike Google, hasn't searched of something like massage near me, right? They might just be scrolling down on Facebook and they stumble across our ad, and that is actually going to be quite beneficial because we are unfortunately not on the first floor, and we are actually in sort of this giant building, and we are actually on the third floor. So we no longer have that same foot traffic as when we first started, in which we were on the first floor. So getting new customers has always been a consistent struggle with our business. So I intend to focus a lot on Google ads, but Facebook ads. But at the same time, Google ads would be a great way to really get people at the bottom of the funnel, people that will convert, people that have a higher chance of actually visiting our business. So really, I just got to get started on the Facebook pixel and everything, and I actually got a lot of it set up already, but that is going to be, I will show you guys my progress in the next video. So anyways, so let's just go into preview and see what I built here. So this is like a very typical landing page, right? Right at the start, very typical for a landing page, like a funnel especially. This is where I actually was debating whether I should put this much information, but I decided to just straight up go for it because, as I said, we want people to convert in our page. If needed, I'll actually create a complete separate landing page. So I went onto Involve Me and I created this little quiz that I embedded into an HTML, and I set that HTML to when it triggers after 20 seconds of being on the page. So if we go into here, it actually says trigger time 20. So after 20 seconds of a customer being on this page, I would just say, yeah, he or she seems to be interested in our services, right? Or else they would straight up leave. They just bounce away. And therefore, I just put it as 20 just because it seemed like a good number. And after 20 seconds, this would essentially fire. And I didn't really set up the survey here, but this is just like a default diet quiz. And I want this to be more of a questionnaire, more of an outcome survey, where when the customer is genuinely interested in our services, we give them a quiz and they will answer the questions, and at the end they will see like a personalized, will at least appear to be a personalized quiz that is specific to their conditions, and therefore we can really drive them into I was thinking, if let's just say they matched into something like foot massage, foot reflexology, then at the very end of this quiz, let's just say I answered all these questions, right? So let's just say I input my name and everything, but at the end over here, and they hit agree and they hit next, then they would be transported into the foot reflexology page, where when they get transported there, we would actually use the Facebook pixel tracking and label them as like a hot lead and specifically to foot massage. And we were actually going to use these type of people to create lookalike audiences on Facebook. So after we get this group of people that, matched into foot massage, and we get these other group of people that matched into cupping, let's just say, then we would have a lot of data to use targeted ads towards these people. And hopefully I set up the Facebook pixel, right? Because I'm trying to get my head around Conversions API. And most importantly, how am I going to use this information, right? So this is the quiz, and people can just straight up exit out of this. And the whole services section, you can click on it, and it leads you to the acupressure page. And here is pretty much just another page that introduces acupressure. So what the benefits basically, and who does it apply to. Very, very standard. And of course, stay in touch, our map, because we are a local business. And of course, the Google map will point towards our center. So 550 West Broadway, right here, right next to Chipotle, actually. It's right below us. So right now, what I'm trying to do is, first of all, I need to create more pages, especially for every single one of these. And then I have to really get Facebook pixel down and running. I really got to understand how do I do Conversions API and how I can specifically trap something like a pop-up that appears, right? I tried this, it worked, but I couldn't track it. I didn't know how to find a way to essentially track how how to do track something like a pop-up, which doesn't actually have a URL. I watched the video, and similarly, they thought it would be best if I inspected an element inside this pop-up, and then I used it as an element visibility thing on Google Tag Manager. But if that succeeds, I'll show you in the next video. And so right now, I just got pretty much nothing to do except to finish building this website, and then I'll integrate all the ads. Okay, so here's the approximate plan that I was sketching out. So at the very start, we have our ads, right? So at the very start, we have Facebook, right? We have Facebook, and then we also have Google. So I'll just put G here. Okay, so this is driving cold traffic, and this is driving more warm traffic, okay? And all of these sources go down to our website. So this website aims to convert leads as well. What I might actually do is I might actually have Google split and go to the web, and have Facebook go into more of a landing page style, because it is going to be ultimately more cold. But with the web, right, and I'm going to use something like Google Tag Manager, and I'm going to use it to essentially track statistics such as things such as, like conversions, the website engagement, all these things, and especially using Conversions API, right? CAPI, I'm going to track what type of people are viewing my page, and what type of people interact, what type of people sign up and complete the quiz. And then I'm going to use CAPI to create a lookalike audience, so that when these lookalike audiences hit, I would be able to advertise specifically to a group of similar-minded people. And this will help me generate qualified leads that I don't have to find with ads. I can just use the lookalike group to create a sort of targeted retargeting. Well, not really retargeting, but sort of targeted advertising at this point. So I'm just going to write TAG as target. So with the web, going into the Google Tag Manager, going to Facebook Conversion API, going in, feeding that to create a lookalike audience, and having that as an audience objective, I'm going to get more qualified leads, right? So leads right there. Excuse me for my horrible handwriting. So with the Google, so this is more search, right? So this is more at the bottom of the funnel. So we really want these people to convert. And mainly, we were thinking about offering some sort of promo, but we kind of decided against that because my mom said we were a little cash tight right now. So, but I don't think she's that close to doing something like a promo. And maybe once we do get this up and running, and if we do see some returns, we can actually turn back and do some sort of promo campaign. And I really just want to test everything out. So how does Google Tag Manager work, right? How does CAPI work? How effective are lookalike audiences? And I really want to understand for specific niches. Should I go into the massage niche? Maybe, but I see it as more of a same niche as something like chiropractor, right? It's all, I guess, choice at this point because it is a local business agency. I can pretty much do anything I want. But my ultimate ambition is actually more of to target the e-commerce online shop type of business, because I find myself to be more interested in that. And in the very future, I think my path isn't starting a brick and mortar business.